Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Love in Riyadh show. Today is the 12th of April. Today's episode is about moments that feel intense in the moment, but also reveal something bigger when you step back and look at them. It's about how situations unfold and, more importantly, how people respond. Let's start in Riyadh, because over the weekend, the city experienced heavy rainfall, the kind that changes everything within hours. Streets started to fill, water levels rose quickly, and in some areas, it almost felt like the city had paused for a second. One of the most talked about scenes was on the Northern Ring Road, a major road, completely submerged. And when you see something like that, your first reaction is usually concern, because situations like this can escalate fast. But what stood out wasn't just the rain, it was the response. Almost immediately, teams were on the ground, drainage crews working to clear the water, security, managing traffic, redirecting cars, keeping things moving. And slowly things started to stabilize, the roads cleared, traffic returned, and what could have turned into a much bigger disruption didn't. And that's the key point here, because the weather itself was intense, but it wasn't unexpected. There had already been warnings about heavy rain, flash floods, and overflowing valleys, and that preparation made all the difference. Now, just outside Riyadh, in Huraymila, the situation looked a bit different. Flash floods moved through valleys with serious force. At one point, a car was actually trapped in the current, and that's where the reminder comes in. Because every rainy season, we see moments like this, and every time the message is the same. Floodwaters are unpredictable. What looks calm one second can change completely the next, which is why authorities keep repeating those guidelines. Avoid valleys, don't cross flood channels, stay away from water pools, because in situations like that, even a small risk can become a big one. Now, from a large-scale moment involving a whole city to something much more personal, but just as intense. This time we're in Buraidah. A traveler named Sufyan Al-Omar was out riding his ATV when he suddenly noticed something on the road. A car loaded with cardboard boxes and electrical equipment starting to catch fire. And if you think about it, that's a situation that can get out of control very quickly, especially with strong winds, the flames spreading faster, the risk increasing by the second. But instead of driving past or waiting for help, he stopped immediately and ran toward it. Using his helmet to shield himself from the heat and smoke, he started removing the burning boxes one by one. No hesitation, no overthinking, just action. And then something else happened. People nearby started to join in, working together until the fire was completely under control. And just like that, a moment that could have turned into something serious was contained. And that's what makes stories like this powerful, because they remind you that sometimes it only takes one person to shift the outcome. One person choosing to step in, to act quickly, to not wait. And when you look at both of today's stories together, they actually connect in a very clear way. One shows how systems respond under pressure. The other shows how individuals respond in the same kind of moment. Both matter, both make a difference, because whether it's a city managing heavy rainfall or a single person stopping a fire from spreading, the outcome always depends on response. How fast it is, how prepared it is, and how willing people are to act. That's all for today's episode. Stay safe, stay aware, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for tuning into the Love in Riyadh podcast as part of the Augustus Media Podcast Network. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcast from.